This is my new boat, Novalis, which I bought about 3 weeks ago for a very small amount, and she's on a trailer and with a winch and rollers under the keel, and I've painted the underhull, the underwater part of the hull, in anti-fouling paint. The mast is down. As I went this afternoon to the garage to see about these wheel nuts that were extremely stiff, well, they managed to loosen them as they, the experienced mechanics with all the usual tricks. So what I need to do is to take one of these wheels off tomorrow and go to the scrap merchant and see if I can find an identical wheel and tyre for my for the spare wheel in case I get a puncture on the road. So here's the side of the cabin, and a little bit of a railing on the bow. So I've now fixed on the little nameplate on the stern. There's the scudding rowlock, rudder here, and the engine, which is on a bracket that enables makes it possible to have an engine that has a shorter shaft, that is well below the waterline. So that's the proper depth. So that should work all right. So I'm going to go up my little step ladder here. I think yes, I put the wheel chocks in. So I'm going to get aboard, and it'll be an awful lot easier than fiddling about on the step ladder. Right. She's all very, very untied at the moment, because I still need to fix. I've ordered a proper holder for the life buoy, and oh yes, I was afraid this would be on. Oh yes, this switch is on, and when it's in the water, it's all part of the life-saving equipment, in case somebody falls into the water at sea. This is the lazarette where I keep the petrol, engine tools, engine oil, and probably one or two other things. So I've made a cover for the lazarette. On that side, warps. This is the boom going into the cabin. Now then, this side, this is the pump still to be installed somewhere. I haven't worked out where yet. And anchors in the other side. Now, I should be able to get in here somehow. Yes. Fenders, ladder, and a boom tent, and that goes down to the bilges. I want to be able to have a way of pumping up the bilges, so that'll have to be sorted out. I'm going sailing next weekend, and if there is any leakage, well, I'll just pull the water out by bucket for the beginning. Now, in the cabin, very untidy. There's my bunk here on the starboard. The feet go into what's charmingly called a coffin, which is there. So that gives me full length to sleep at night. And then on the other side here, it's quite cramped. It's the same principle as a yacht, but it's a lot smaller. And the whole idea is that she can be transported. There's my galley there. That's with a storm jib on top of it, and bits and pieces of my toolbox. So the galley is going to be here on the port side, and then I'll have various personal goods. And then what I've got to try to do is to sort out some shelves. Maybe not over the bed, but certainly over a part of the port side, so that I can get things up on shelves and to be able to get things a little bit tidier. And so I've still got to work out where I'm going to be putting safety equipment and that sort of thing. And food will go into the other coffin, because normally it's a 2-bunk boat, but I couldn't imagine going sailing with a second person on board. It must be, unless the person unless we find some kind of system to put a plank in the cockpit with the tent that goes over the boom, and with the level of the mast here is about the level of the boom. So that's not too bad in terms of the pitch of the tent. It's one I've got that I had for the old boat that works quite well, although it doesn't quite reach to the sides very well. But it'll do for the coming weekend, and then I'll make another boom tent at some other time. That needs to be done. This is the sculling oar, and I got a little idea from Roger Barnes, is that the oar can be just left like that in the rowlock, and it just fits in beautifully, and it's ready for use. For example, in a harbour, and there doesn't seem to be any justification for starting the engine, I'll just scull the boat around, just to go around very slowly. There's a little compass I managed to find in my workshop, and I fixed it there. Well, it's the rest of it pretty simple. I've no 12-volt battery. I'm going to be using 5-volt rechargers for my electronics, and for some other applications I have lithium. No, not lithium. I've got batteries that you throw away when they run out, but the capacity is good. That's to say, for lamps and things like that. And I've also got some mains cable in case I'm in a port and I can use I can connect up to the electricity and recharge my rechargers. So I've got 3 rechargers. That's good for more than a week. I'm only going for 3 days at the end of this week, so I'll be okay for my electronics. And so quite a nice little layout, generally speaking. And I can step over the deck. I've got a handrail here, and I can get up onto the bow, for example, to lower the anchor. The jib comes down with a jib downhaul, goes through a pulley and comes up on the port side, and then I sheet in the foot of the jib, and it's all down. It's not a roller. It's not a furling jib, unfortunately. That's the old-fashioned kind of thing, like on a dinghy. Well, that's what I'm used to. So there we are. Oh, those are the beach legs. Is that when I'm beaching the boat for the night, I can screw these legs. Just 1 second. I get to get off onto the step ladder, and these legs, one of them on this side and the other one on the other side, and they screw into this plate here. To this plate here, they just screw in, and the foot is at the same level as the keel, so the boat will stay upright for the time that she's dry, and then when the water starts coming, when the water's up to the water line, I can just lean over, unscrew and grab the legs and bring them back on board. So all in all, and rather, this is old Sarah that I'm keeping, but she will have her cruising will be less ambitious and more on rivers, lakes, calm sea, that sort of thing. And this is my seaboat. So lovely shaped bilges, very curvy, very much a Beneteau boat. I'm rather pleased. Anyway, there we are, Novalis.